What is up, YouTube? How is everybody out there doing today? I hope you guys are having a fabulous freaking day. I have been slacking on videos and I am sorry. Please forgive me. It's just been busy. I've been busy, guys, okay? I've been busy doing stuff, but I do really miss making videos for you guys. I need to get back in the groove of doing it. It's honestly been kind of hard just because I've been bouncing around doing a whole bunch of different things as fast as I possibly can. And I just really haven't had time to pick up a camera. But I know all of you guys out there freaking miss me, which is freaking amazing. So I'm doing my best to get back into the groove of making videos every couple days for you guys and getting back into the groove of YouTube and all that other fun jazz shit. But today I figured I'll make you a little video real fast. It shouldn't take too long for me to do. And I've had this product sitting for such a long time and I've been so lazy about putting it in that I figured, what the hell, I'm gonna put it in today. But it's gonna be the good old Dirty Max here, guys. We're gonna be putting something on the Dirty Max that it desperately needs. I'm gonna show you what that is back here. By the way, the Dirty Max is doing just fine. But it is some fleece 5/8 LML, LB7, LBZ I think as well, cooler lines, transmission cooler lines to replace the old stock ones that are on the truck right now. And you're gonna see why the old stock ones are coming off, because years ago they broke and there's a hose connecting the two lines together right now, which isn't very good. And it's been like that for years and I've never changed it out or switched it. I ended up putting the PPE cooler on and I'm hoping, and I don't know for a fact yet or not, I'm definitely gonna be finding out here, guys. I'm hoping that I can use the PPE cooler with this setup. And I don't know if I can, to be honest. I might be able to, because it looks like the fitting, I don't even know if you guys can see it. I gotta take this front grill off. But it looks like the fittings, I might be able to take the fittings off of this. Now this is a chance taker for me because the GTP still broke down. So, if I fudge this up, I'm screwed. And I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't have another cooler for this thing. So we're gonna see what happens. My door is farting its ass off. It's because wind's blowing to the back of the building and the seal's messed up on it. So you're gonna be hearing the farting of the door during this video. So please be aware of that. That's what that noise is. But first things first is we have to take off this front grill here, which isn't really hard to do. It's very simple, very easy. So we're gonna take that off and see what we have going on with this cooler. I'm hoping with this PPE cooler that I can take these fittings out and put the aftermarket fittings that I have for this system, which are gonna be these guys here. I'll show you. Probably seen it already, but we've got these AN fittings like this right here, right there, that need to go into the cooler itself. I'm hoping these are the same size. I really am hoping they're the same size. If they're not, I'm kind of screwed and I'm not gonna be doing this. But I guess if I get to do this, you'll be seeing a video. And if not, you won't be seeing this video. So let's get that grill off, guys, and check it out. Let's see what we got to do. Hopefully that's the first step to all of our issues here. All right, so we have the front grill off, and man, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a little concerned. I don't know if this is gonna work. I think this might be an already failed video, to be honest, and that sucks. So I think what we're gonna do here, really sucks, because what it means is I'm gonna have to get different fittings. Let's spray it down here and spray it down here a little bit, get these cleaned up. I think what I'll do is I'll take one fitting off and see if the threads are different, and then at least I'll know what threads I need to order, which will be good. But I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm hoping it does, but you know, considering this is an aftermarket cooler from PPE, which it is. It's a very good cooler. Like I've had this for years and I love it. Might as well spray the gunk. I mean, I really should take a power washer to all that, but not today. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take one of these fittings off. It's probably gonna leak some tranny fluid, but not too terribly concerned about that. Probably take this fitting off here. This would be the easiest one. Unscrew the fitting to see if this is even gonna freaking work. Let's see here. Come on, baby. Alrighty. That's down. Now we gotta get that clip out of there, which isn't a hard thing to do. So let's get the clip out, get the line out, put something underneath to control the leaking, and then pull that fitting out. See where we're at that point. All right, we got some really, really good news, guys. And that is I stopped the farting of the door here because it was getting on my freaking nerves. And I freaking hated it. So I took 2 rags, I opened the door and I put 2 rags in there. So now air's not leaking through. So I'm very happy about that. It's just driving me freaking nuts. And I couldn't take it anymore. But the PPE fittings, for anybody out there who wants to buy this fleece kit, the PPE fittings in the PP transmission cooler are the same as these guys right here, guys. So they are the same fitting, basically. A little taller, but that's not, we're not worried about that. But the size of the threads and everything is the same. Shut up. And this, we're gonna put it in here right now for y'all with the O-ring. Fits in here. Come on, I just had it in there a minute ago. Took it out to show you guys. Fits in there. Nice and neat, like check that out. Fits in there perfect. We're gonna go ahead and take that one off and put that one on as well. But I would highly recommend, obviously, before you do that, my recommendation is put a little bit of oil or grease, blue grease, or tranny fluid or transmission fluid. Take some of the transmission fluid that, you know, dripped out, like, you know, on your finger, and put it on this O-ring, like so. That way the O-ring doesn't get cut or frayed or anything as you're putting it in to all of these different components. Between, you know, this, the radiator, and the transmission, total of 6 fittings. Some vehicles use different fittings. That's why the Fleece Performance gives you a couple different options. All depending on if you have an early 2001 or later 2001. But we're not going to be using all these fittings, guys. We're just going to be using 6 of them total. These might go in the transmission. I don't know until I take them fittings out. These might be used in the radiator. I don't know until I take them fittings out. But if those are wrong, I might be using these fittings in the radiator instead. These set rab fittings. I might be using them. I won't know until I get to that part. But as of right now, the PPE cooler fittings fit those 6 individual ones very, very nicely. So we're going to go ahead and I guess take this one out, lube everything up. We're going to take the intake off because we got to get that out of the way so we can get to the radiator fittings and then pull them out. And then finally, we're going to pull the transmission fittings out, which are right there. Like, they're very easy to get to. Pull them out and then pull all the junk line out. We're going to get it on the ground here so you can guys can kind of see how terrible the line looks. It's pretty bad, not gonna lie. So let's get it all apart and start putting it together. Okay guys, a little update. Took some pieces out to make it easier to get to the radiator part. Do each of these fittings one at a time because this cooler in here is, shut up phone. This cooler in here is independent of the radiator and it's sealed on the inside and the outside as well. I noticed when I pulled this one out, antifreeze was coming out the bottom because the seal in here was pushing in. So keep that in mind. You will lose antifreeze for the bottom one. Not a lot, but you will lose antifreeze nonetheless. And then just put that fitting in. This one does not take the Duramax fittings or whatever they are. So I had to put the washer, and then the O-ring is on the other side of this washer to seal everything up. Tighten these down. They are definitely going to feel like they do not want to go in and they do not want to tighten down. I promise you they will tighten down. The sealant that's in there is just really tough, but keep it in there. Don't clean it out because it's actually going to help seal everything together as well. So keep the sealant in there. Those radiator fittings are going to be kind of hard to come out, easy to come out, hard for the new fittings to go in. So far we've got the fittings in. Our PPE cooler is in. We got our fittings in our radiator. They're done now as well. So the last thing left before we take out these lines is we have to do the transmission fittings, which aren't that bad. They're literally right under there. We're going to go ahead and disconnect those tranny lines and pull those fittings out and replace them with the new fittings that we have from the kit now. So let's get that done and keep moving forward here, guys. And then we're going to pull all these junk lines out, and at that point we're going to route the new lines. Alrighty, I definitely want to show you guys the difference here between the two fittings. So there's my top fitting. I still got to pull my bottom fitting out for the transmission, but that's the difference right there, guys. Bottom fitting is OEM. Top fitting is obviously not OEM, has an O-ring on it. And there's a good old Allison transmission that I built so many freaking years ago that has the Duramax Tuner 6-speed conversion in it. Would like to get a fin pan for this eventually. Haven't gotten there, but will. Still got leakies going on there. But yeah, so let's get the bottom one out. And then we're going to pull out these crappy lines. I'm going to show you what these crappy lines look like that I repaired so many years ago, and they're still working, which was freaking awesome. But I ended up buying this kit like 9 months ago, this Fleece Performance kit. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just doing it because I want to do some content for you guys, and I figured I'd take a little bit of time today and put this in and show you how it's done real fast. Just a nice little upgrade on the Duramax, guys. But I paid for, you know, this Fleece Performance kit. Very nice kit, very well made. Like I said, I got one more fitting to replace. All the other ones are already replaced. And then we're going to be pulling out the lines and replacing them with the new lines. And we should be ready to rock and roll. Probably going to have to top off the transmission fluid, obviously, because it's going to need some of that. But we'll check that. And antifreeze, because antifreeze dropped out of it as well. But we'll check all that stuff once we get it all back together again. Let's get that last fitting out and pull those lines out, get them down here on the ground so you can see what them ugly stock OEM lines look like. Well, ladies and germs, after a little bit of a mess and a lot of fighting, I ended up getting all the lines out. There's 3 total, as you guys can see. I think there's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. Whatever. We'll figure it out. But am I missing a line? Hold on a minute, people. I'm confused now. Let me think if I missed a line here. I don't think I did. Yeah. Oh, no. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we put the new lines in. If I did, I'll find it, track it down, and assert my authority upon it. I don't think I did, though. That one goes back to the tranny. The tranny one comes up here. Yep, I'm good. I was having a freaking dum-dum moment there for a minute. I had to cut this line out, which is the line that goes over here to the driver's side fitting. I had to cut that at the hose to be able to get that out a little bit more safely. You might have to cut your old lines to get them out as well, but you can see the original repair that I did on this and how much it's leaking. It worked. I'm not gonna lie, it worked for a long time. I was very happy with it, but it was time to upgrade and get a better line setup. And that's why I'm doing that. Plus I was having issues with these end fittings right there leaking in here, or actually not in here, but in the old fittings, which are these guys here, because what you guys don't know is there's O-rings in there. And if, my fingers are dirty, if the line is kinked one way or the other and not perfectly straight inside that hole, it can seep and it can leak as those O-rings get older and dried out more and more, which they usually don't, but they do sometimes. So this is a nice upgrade because it's all AN fittings, it's all screwed together. You don't have to ever worry about it leaking at all, which is freaking awesome. But I was having that issue with these lines occasionally where, you know, they jiggle a little bit and they'd start seeping some tranny fluid, which is never good because when you lose tranny fluid, you could possibly blow up your transmission, which is not good either. But basically what we're gonna do here, we're gonna grab our lines right here, our nice new lines, guys. Put them on the ground because they're just going to get dirty anyway, so it don't matter. Boom and boom. So there is our lines compared to the old lines. Freaking just junk, as you guys can see. Just junk. See if I can maybe get a, nah, I can't forget. I'm not even worried about it. So yeah, so there's our short line right there, which is that guy right there. Our medium-sized line, which is that guy right there. And our extra super long line, which is this guy right here, which is all going to fit together hopefully very nicely and good. There's some tie straps in the kit to tie everything up once you get it together. But I guess the next step here, guys, is to put these lines in and show you what they look like all buttoned up and done. And then make sure we top off the radiator system and top off the transmission lines, or the transmission as well. And that's pretty much the end of it, guys. But let's get it all finished up here and show you what it looks like when it's all completed. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. I know it's just a line kit, but whatever, guys. This is exciting for me, all right? It's exciting. It is all together. Didn't take too long. There's my lines going down against my good old open road winch. I want to keep everything away from sharp objects, obviously. There's my 2 lines right there. And then we'll go underneath and show you the beautiful lines here as well. Get some light on the subject. There's our double lines going up to the transmission. In the instructions, it will inform you which lines go to the top, which lines go to the bottom, and where all the lines go. So we got them all tied up really nice and neat. Very nice looking. I will definitely say it's definitely a lot better looking than, oh, I guess we don't need a light on that. I will definitely say it's 100% better than this junk system, which I'm going to be throwing in the metal bin. That was on the truck for the last 22 years, 21 years. A lot better. You can see how much these were leaking, and now I've got brand new transmission lines on here, and all we got to do is put the front grill back on, intake back on, and fill everything up and check for leaks, drips, and errors. But man, it looks good. I'm very happy with the way these fleece performance lines are, and I think they're bigger. They're 5/8 diameter lines too as well, which is kind of nice. So they're a bigger line, I think, than these. These are 1/2 inch. Yes, these are 1/2 inch lines if I remember correctly, and the fleece are 5/8 line, so it's bigger, which is freaking nice. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that I'm right though. But I'm going to hold on to these fittings here. These are all the OEM fittings. I'm going to put them in a box, hold on to them for future reference, just in case I ever need them for something or something like that, especially with these guys here. Oh yeah, them guys, never get rid of them. Hopefully you guys can see that. I don't know, freaking no light in this shop. Yeah, them guys. I'm going to keep them as well. So let's finish everything up. Put the intake on. I'm probably going to not put the grill on because I want to make sure I'm going to check for drips and errors while I'm running the truck inside here at the shop real quick. I'll put the grill on last, but I definitely want to make sure I don't have any leaks down there or anything. So we'll put the box and everything back on here. But yeah, guys, let's get her wrapped up. All right, guys, everything's hooked up. I noticed that I need an air filter because my air filter is kind of clogged. We're going to go and start this puppy up. Actually, oh my God. Fucking start this puppy up and check fluids. Get the heat going. Get the transmission fluid moving a little bit. sure I don't have any leak strips or errors, which would suck. So let's check everything here. Looks dry. Looks dry. Doesn't look like anything going on down there. Let's check. Everything here looks good. Okay. So far, so good. We're going to top off the tranny fluid and make sure everything's filled up. Let's get it going. The system's completely filled up. Tranny fluid's filled up. Antifreeze is filled up. This literally took about 45 minutes to put in, guys, to be honest. It does not take long to do. I almost stripped on the freaking lift. It doesn't take long to do. Yeah, not a bad little system. Not a bad little system, but there you go. Fleece Performance transmission lines for the Allison LB7, LBZ, and LLY installed, ready to rock and roll, and the fittings do fit the PPE aftermarket transmission cooler, which is very, very nice to know. So hopefully somebody sees this video in the future and sees that information and says, yes, it fits the cooler, which is awesome. A lot of people might not know that, but now you do. But whew, there you go, guys. Finally, leaky, no more leaky, all done. I am going to double check the fittings within a couple weeks. I'm going to take the grill back off and double check everything, make sure everything's not leaking or not, or doing what it's supposed to do without not leaking, and just keep an eye on everything as I drive it, because things loosen up and get hot and cold and stuff like that while you're driving and doing heat cycles. So I'm hoping that everything seems fine, stays the way it's supposed to stay, and I don't have any issues with these lines. But it looks like so far so good. I can't complain. Very nice product, highly recommended for the people out there that want to purchase this setup. But other than that, guys, the truck's done. The truck is done. I'm going to move on to other things that I need to move on to and get some other stuff done in this shop, because the work's coming, so I got to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I'll start making videos of some of the projects in the shop that I'm finishing up here. Maybe I won't. It all depends. Usually, to be honest with you, it seems like those videos don't do as good. Well, guys, so far so good. The Dirty Max is driving fine. Look at those beautiful, cool transmission temps with the help of that PPE intercooler. And now those lines, I'm sure those lines being a bigger diameter are going to move a little bit more fluid, not that much more, but a little bit more, and help out with cooling the transmission fluid a little bit. So yeah, everything seems to be working fine. No leaks, no drips, no errors, which is good. I am, like I said, going to check it later on down the line, make sure everything's freaking hunky-dory. But yeah, guys, we will be coming out on my next video, and I know a lot of you will be interested. My next video will be a video talking about Zach out at 29 Palms, California. Just giving you some updates. I'm going to include some pictures in the video that he has sent me from the good old desert. And I'm hoping you guys will enjoy hearing about Zach and stuff. But yeah, he's doing good out there, guys. But like I said, I'm gonna do a little video on his update and how he's doing out there, and put some pictures in there that he sent me through Snapchat and through text messages. I have a whole bunch of pictures that he sent me, but I'll put that in the next video as well. So I hope you guys are super duper duper excited about that. But I can't wait for him to come home. I know he's excited to come home to go on the reserve side of the house and stuff, so it should be pretty cool, guys. But other than that, we're gonna end this beautiful video. I hope somebody learned something, or somebody out there enjoyed this video. Let's get it up to like 100,000 views. That'd be freaking awesome. That'd be nice. It's been a while since I had a 100,000 view video. That'd be cool, We'll see what happens, I guess. But other than that, guys, hope you all have a great day. If you enjoyed the content, please do me a favor, subscribe, hit that notification bell, put it on all, and deuces, guys. I hope you all have a great freaking day.